I wake up and bake up, I'm crock at the ferries. I wish you would dare me, see more blood than carry. You pussy pop cherries, I keep that white berry. I practice and preach, shit I'm the sheesh. Got it capiche, bitches be shopping that Bergen back leash. Jazzy, I'm blue, Abba-die, I'm a beast. I'm a legend, I'm pitching tomorrow, I mean. Never trip off of the past, interception complete. Flip on the top of choppers, the objects I seen. Shit have been popping off of the pot and the tea. And it down got me steam. Fun, I got a profits I made overseas, drunk since Halloween.
Well, hello, and welcome back to another episode of Know Your Role. This episode is going to be very, very informative when it comes down to the business aesthetics and how to propel yourself into another position in life. Prior to us getting started, I want to give a shout out to a big business that is very near and dear to me in the sense of how it propels itself into the future of what is desired when it comes to designs. And that company of this week is going to be Tolji Wood. So there's going to be a link down below for you to go ahead and follow up on anything else that Tolji Wood is putting out, but they do artistics on fabrics and also for painting designs that you can have portraits within your home. I have one within my home, and that brings us into our guest that we have today. Welcome back, Joy. And we are very honored today to have the 2007 #1 salesman for Hyundai in the world. This man's cleared his schedule for us to be able to talk with him today. He's been showcased in automotive news, and he is still known as one of the top salesmen within the region. Please give it up for Tony Fisher.
Well, thank you there, Joshua. Nice to be here, you guys.
Oh, well, thank you. We're honored to have you here. So we're going to have some fun. We're going to ask a few questions. Before we get started, we're going to do our 2 lies and 1 truth. I feel the audience knows me and Joy enough at this point to know a lot of our lies and truths. So we're going to give you your chance to go ahead.
Okay, so 2 lies and 1 truth. All right. Let's see. I once met D.L. Hughley at a party. I spent an hour and a half with Pitbull, and I also met Donald Trump at the gas station.
What?
No, I'm talking about the gas station.
What gas station you meet Donald Trump at?
Right.
Chevron?
Arco.
Oh, no, stop the cat.
Now he got details to it. I don't know. Now I'm thinking.
No, not Arco. I know it to be the Pitbull one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, because he said the D.L. Hughley one just out of the blue. I'm like,
D.L. Hughley sounds believable too. Well, he said hour and a half.
His shows.
He put a time limit on the Pitbull one, so that one that changes it. So it might be the DL one. So
Mr. Worldwide. Is that the one?
Joy,
the truth is, go ahead.
Was it Pitbull?
No, you said, what is it?
Yeah, Mr. Worldwide.
Yeah, Pitbull. That's Pitbull's nickname.
Oh, is it? See, I don't even know who he is, but yeah, the truth is Pitbull. So we spent about an hour and a half talking at it was a performance for, I guess, Pepsi or Dr. Pepper. But I think he enjoyed that I didn't know who he was, so.
I feel like all celebrities like that.
Oh, yeah.
They don't want to talk to people that are fans, really. Like, it's kind of sucks that it's like that, but it's like people that don't know them, they're like, oh, finally, I get to be a normal person.
Yeah, exactly. That happened to me with some basketball players. I didn't look them up afterwards either. So.
No, I don't follow sports, so I'll meet a basketball player and I don't even know who it is.
Yeah.
All the time.
The good thing about Vegas, once you start meeting so many celebrities, and you don't get starstruck, so you just treat them like regular human beings. So
That's so true.
it's common.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Once you be around too many of them, it's just like, they're just really regular people. Like,
Start just enjoying the moment.
Just act like everybody else.
So, one of the things that we listed off was that you were the #1 salesman in the world. What was the biggest struggle that you had to get through in that moment? Because you got several things that can distract you from proceeding that far on to be the top salesman in the world, where it could be family, it can be coworkers, it can be personal life in general. So how did you do it?
Well, everything starts with a vision. So the year before that, I think I finished second or third. So I set a goal for the following year that I was going to be the top one. So once you set a vision in your head, you set a goal, and then you have to go after it. And meaning you have to construct yourself to a certain rhythm. I do things very systematically. I eat breakfast at a certain time. I eat lunch at a certain time. I dinner at a certain time. You have to be in a rhythm. And you will have distractions. But if you keep your vision where you want to go, it's like a roadmap. You have to first know where you want to go. And then God will put people in place in your life to help you get there. And then you just have to have that drive. Even when your body's aching, you're sick, or you might go through some domestic problems or issues. When you're at work, your customers do not want to see any of that. They want to see a show. And that's what I give my customers. But only that, though, I made it so that I make sure that I'm going to be different than any other salesman on this planet.
Yeah. And you have done that. And what's crazy is when you're selling cars, it's month by month, every single month. So for selling cars for 20 plus years, that's 12 months, and each month you have to beat everyone out to accomplish something like that. That's crazy. I do recall, though, in 2014 October, a young guy beat you. I think his name was Joshua.
You messy boots. You messy boots.
I had 1 month I only beat you. That was it.
Messy boots.
You know, even Kobe Bryant has a bad day. That's going to happen. So.
No, it's funny because what he did the whole next month is every single time he sold a car after that, he passed me. He was like, that's another one.
Yeah.
That's another one. That's another one.
Yeah, you shouldn't compete with him. He's a very competitive person. He has a very competitive spirit. He likes it. It's fun for him.
Exactly.
Well, you know, it's funny. That's where we grew up. So growing up in L.A. and growing up on a closed-in block where the dead-end street was a park. So the neighborhood was very competitive since I was born. So we've always compete. And I compete in everything. So games, board games, basketball, baseball, football, whatever it is. So even when I obtained the sales position, which I've been selling all my life, which I never paid attention to that, but I've been selling since I was a young lad. So
what was the first thing you ever sold?
The first thing I think I ever sold was dreams. So actually,
that's how you know he a hustler.
I had about 6 friends, and I knew their weakness. They had crushes on certain girls, so I came up with a good idea that I would dream for them, see if they would get that girl. They would have to pay me, and so they did. So they paid me their allowance money, whatever they can come up with. And I would dream, and if they wanted multiple dreams, they would have to pay multiple income.
He leaving cliffhangers like, you know what? I don't know. She was just about to kiss you, but then I woke up. I'm gonna need another quarter. I don't know. I need some more money.
I think that's actually how I got caught. So being greedy, this one guy that I think I charged him about 4 days of dreams, and he asked his parents for more money to pay me. And when the mother found out, she kind of got upset and kind of snitched on me. So that kind of ended that.
She should have been mad at her son. Like, one of my kids doing that. I'm like, boy, why are you paying somebody to tell you that?
The guy from Idiocracy, he was like, baby, I could wait 4 days. He's like, he's like, can you keep paying me to wait? He was just paying her to wait on her.
Right.
Like, what are you
doing?
That's
the same thing, man. Growing up as a kid, you had a pastor father. So transitioning into sales, did you ever have the urge to just go into ministry instead?
Well, let's see. I hit sales about 21 years ago, and I never factored how good I would be, how successful I would be. I just knew wherever I do in life, it can be sales or whatever it is, I find out there's any employee that's successful are making the kind of income that I desire. And if there's none, I won't work there. If there is one, I'm going to pick that person's brain. I'm going to take that person to lunch. The individual, we will eat. I will sit and ask questions, and I will listen to him. And then I will take that and input it for my own self and then apply it to me in my life.
So if you met Joe Osteen, that'd just be the game changer if you take him to
I mean,
lunch.
if I'm going into the ministry and if I wanted to obtain a mega church, I'm going to listen to the mega church ministers. I'm not going to talk to the John Blow with 2 members.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go after the top dog and find out what is he doing, how is he successful, and then I would adapt, because if he can do it, I can do it. If any man could do anything, I can do it. That's why I look at it.
So it's interesting that you say that, because it's been going around for a few years. They ask everyone if you could pick $500,000 or dinner with Jay-Z where he can give you advice. Which one would you pick in that case?
Well, that's kind of tricky because we don't know what kind of mood Jay-Z would be in at that moment. What kind of advice would he give me? So if I have $5,000 on the table,
$500,000,
I might take the $500,000 and then still ask for his advice. But we don't know what kind of mood he's in. But let's say if he is on the up and up, I mean, I think his, not just advice, I think you would need some of his contacts and some of his introduce you to certain individuals and open the doorways for you. That's worth more than the $500,000.
That's true.
But just for him telling me, hey, I did this and this, I'm taking the money.
Right. It's not about what you know, it's who you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. You know, growing up in this time frame right now, a lot of people try to emulate a sense of a struggle, and they don't understand coming from a low level area and then just expanding. You came from Compton, where it was starting to become the Compton we know. So you got to see that transition. What was the struggle from coming from that into becoming the successful man that you are today?
Well, again, vision. So you had to have vision. Now, growing up there, I think I grew up in a 700 square foot home, two bedroom, 1 bath. And that's all I knew. That's all the houses in the neighborhood was about the same size. And you get comfortable and you kind of imagine that that's what life is. It wasn't until I was in a different neighborhood, and a middle class neighborhood in Orange County, and I was able to see a family stay in a home about 3,000 square foot. It was a flat house, and I watched the husband take off for work in a suit and tie and his briefcase, and his family was waving goodbye, and I was driving trucks at the time. So envisioning that, I knew one day that I was going to have this as my lifestyle. So that was my first step, the vision. After that, now God will place individuals in my life so I can obtain that. You got to have a goal, and he will attain that goal. You have to understand something. So in football, most of the time the quarterback, he's going to throw the ball at a target. The receiver's job to get open and get to that target. So when God throws a pass out there, I have to do the steps in order to make sure I'm there to receive that pass. So he's going to pass me my blessings. I have to get up. I can't be tired. I can't be, say I'm sick or discouraged. I will be there and make it and catch that pass. So that was the steps. And next, you can't, when you set a goal, especially what you're doing in life, and both of you guys are doing in life, you can't worry about what people think. And because they can't understand your dream. It's if you have a car with heads-up display in it, only the driver can see it. Nobody else can see the heads-up display. And that's his vision. No one else can see your vision. So they might not understand. They don't understand, and they might look at what you're doing, because if they don't see any multiple income at that time, they might downgrade you because they took the safe route. They took the safe route, take the 9-to-5 job, bam. It's tough to have a dream, to have a goal, to have a vision, but it's more rewarding. I always taught you guys, if it's anything that you want in life to be successful, it's going to be tough. If not, everybody can do it. So I didn't listen to all the naysayers and say, oh no, selling cars is hard. I tried it, I can't do it. You can't do it. You might have tried. I'm different. I'm a different breed, and I'm gonna go after it. So I understand that, and I remember when I get my first taste of it, I actually went to we had a meeting on Saturday or Friday, and with 70 salesmen, and I actually stood up in front of the meeting, and it was March 1st of 2002, and I claimed that I was going to be the top salesman this month, and I actually became. Now, come with that comes with enemies, comes with that comes with hatred, comes with that comes with jealousy, comes with that comes with talking about me behind my back. I understand that. Bring it. I accept that. That comes with the territory. No one talks about the guy that's selling one car that's not making any money. I don't want to be that guy.
Nobody wants to be that guy.
Correct. So when you want to be successful, you can't worry about those that's talking behind you in jealousy. That's their issues. Now, if someone comes to me, I will try to bring them up to my level.
Right.
You know, I'm not going to talk bad about the guys that's below me. That's the difference. I don't think that I'm better than anybody. Just I understand my work ethics has to be for me, for the goals that I want in life. So, and once again, we're stuck in LA. I was only in business 5 months when I started noticing that certain stores that were doing very well. And in 2002, we had New York, and we had El Paso, Texas, and we had Las Vegas. Those were the top 3. Well, I wasn't moving to New York, and I'm definitely not moving to Texas, El Paso. So I was wondering what Vegas would be like. Remember, vision. Next I know, I get a phone call by a manager from the dealership in Vegas that I was inquiring about, and he applied for our position as a manager at my job. Out of all the people to call, this guy from the place that God's putting this guy in my life, who lasted 2 weeks, and then he ended up leaving and going back to Vegas. So when it was an easy transaction, by knowing him, I was able to come here, and they hired me on the spot.
And the rest is history.
Period.
Well, that was just the beginning, because now I got to work.
Yeah.
Right.
I got to work, and
That was just him catching the ball.
Right.
Now I got to finish running the play. Correct.
Exactly.
Right.
So I caught the ball. Now I got to run. I got blockers in front of me. I still got to get on the score. I'm going for the touchdown.
Right.
So I gotta maneuver. I gotta do whatever it takes. So the hard working, and remember, I moved here by myself. Left you guys at home, and I worked from open to close, and I worked
Bell to
6
bell.
days a week. Every day. I didn't take a day off because my motivation was my family, and I had to get prepared for you guys to come here.
And we thank you for that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, sacrifices.
No, seriously, thank you. Like, really appreciate it. And a lot of individuals, whenever they try to ask me questions about the car industry, when they're trying to purchase a car or they're looking to say, hey, I need to get out of the car loan that I have right now, I always ask you for advice. What would you say? Even after I've worked there, it doesn't matter. Like, I still ask you, what would you say? Because you have experience and you also have care. It's not just something that's disingenuous. You actually have empathy towards anyone's situation to make sure that they get a car that's going to be comfortable for them and is going to be in the right realm that they are looking for as well. So what's some piece of advice that you would give for anybody that's looking for a vehicle?
Well, one thing is to do your research first and make sure you don't act on emotions. The car buying process is strictly emotions. Make sure that you do your budget. Make sure kind of monthly payments, what's in your budget, and what type of vehicle you're looking for. So there are many types of automobiles out there, so many types of loans, many types of situations. You got to really understand your situation for yourself.
Research.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's facts.
My next question, this is going to be the final one.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah, we
he
almost
said,
done.
He said, keep him coming. He ready. He's like, I'm just
Man,
getting
because he's
warmed
just firing
up.
away, man. He's just
getting
dropping
warmed
knowledge
up.
and gems. No, final question. This is going to be a basketball question. So, if you had the choice between two teams, and it's 3-on-3, you got Kobe Bryant, Allen Iverson, LeBron James versus Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and Larry Bird. Which one are you putting?
Larry Bird.
Boston Celtics.
I know who he is. I was just expecting him to be thrown in there. I was like, why are you in that top 3?
So your first scenario, you don't have a center.
In either of them. It's
No.
only 3-on-3.
Kareem's a center.
Okay, you're right. You're
So
right.
Kareem would be a center. So I'm going to go with Kareem, Magic, and Larry Bird.
Just based on the fact that there's no center.
Based on the fact that, yes, you need a big man, and you got inside threat, and you got
Okay, let's take LeBron
3-point.
out. Let's put Shaquille O'Neal in.
So Shaquille, and who else again? Kobe
And
Allen Iverson.
yeah.
Oh.
I'm going to still go with Magic, Kareem, and Bird. Now Kobe, Iverson, and Shaquille would be more flashy. They would be more exciting, I would think. But you got to understand, Allen Iverson was deadly too. Magic Johnson was more of a passer that liked to get everyone involved. He was not a selfish player.
Kobe was deadly.
Yeah, Kobe was deadly too. But they're deadly. They're deadly one-on-one. I'm saying Magic's is the idea as he wants to get the big man involved. So that was his one.
Magic is deadly.
But he can be correct, and so
Oh
and
my
so is Larry
God.
Bird.
We use a different word phrasing.
But you got to understand though. Remember, I grew up in the era with Magic and Bird. They took on the NBA, so they kind of made it popular what it is today. So.
Yeah, I liked watching. I had him watching Winning Time with me, the Lakers Dynasty show, and because I really don't be watching sports like that, so like being put in like a drama, I'm like, okay, now I can tap in. Like now I can actually understand what's going on. I had him watching it with me. I was like, okay, I get what's going on here now. I like this.
You start to understand that Magic is that dude.
Yeah, they made it very theatrical. They were the ones that made basketball exciting to watch. Because before it's just, all right, you pass the ball, okay, go here and shoot it in the hoop.
So these all-star teams, in my personal opinion, I think the all-star teams, once it started kicking off like in 2007 or 8, when they started having the Celtics get beefed up, where you've got Rajon Rondo, you've got Paul Pierce, you've got Chauncey Billups, and Kevin Garnett, and this all-star team, I think that's what really started to deteriorate basketball what it is today. Do you think it's something in that era, or do you think it was something prior?
Deteriorate which way? You're thinking?
In the aesthetics that it's not even fair anymore because everybody's trying to beef up an all-star team now.
Well, now that everyone's getting the big three, so you want to have three-headed head man. So, yeah, nothing's fair. We want to win. So if you have the money to pay the players, who cares? As long as you're winning.
The richest team wins.
Yeah, who cares?
Whoever got the most money.
We don't care about fair. We want to win.
That makes sense to me.
Especially in LA, you know, the fans are used to winning. They don't put up banners for second place or no. It's all winning.
That's true. Don't throw parades for second
It's
place.
very true. Hey, but LA has been on top of its game, man. I remember when they flipped the cop cars over and lit them on fire. What was that? When we were getting the three-peat? When we beat the Sacramento Kings?
I'm trying to remember. Well, it's funny, you know what? We used to make jokes about the Clippers, and when they were in San Diego, they would say someone broke in my house and left Clipper tickets on my door. So there was always a good joke about them. And of course, they need their identity, move out of the home with the Lakers. You can't play there. That's crazy. That's like another man moving his family with another man. You can't do that.
Well,
So
one of
Clippers
them might come to Vegas. So would you want the Las Vegas Clippers?
No.
No. They put Raiders and Clippers out here.
Oh, no. We got almost every team I want. I don't want the Clippers out here. But
You got to understand something where they came from. They, San Diego, what we call locale. I mean, they kind of grow on you a little bit, but it's like having that one little, No, just a one.
I don't want that here. Keep that over there.
Well, I thank you so much for coming here today. I want you to know that you are my number one role model and inspiration. I greatly appreciate what you have shown me in the sense of being a father, loving, and even when it comes to business and the aesthetics of it, where I don't try to get into personal beefs. I had to get my coattail pulled back different times where you're my confidant to let me know exactly what to do. So I greatly appreciate you, and it's an honor to have you here. So
facts.
Thank you.
Likewise. Honestly,
yes.
I was gonna say, when everybody we talk to us like, oh, you guys are like so wise and so well spoken. I'm like, well, this is exactly who we get it from. This guy right here. Like all my advice, all my wisdom, like he sits me down about everything. Like this guy my best friend. He really is.
Well, I appreciate that. You know, and one thing I'll leave you with this, you have to understand how human beings are. I mean, it's not their fault sometimes. So just 'cause when someone's not comfortable where they are in life, that's when the jealousy kicks in or wants someone else. So it's really not their fault that they're that way. They're just not where they want to be at that time. So when you kind of understand that and you are somewhere a little different, you just have to understand that maybe they're not there where they want to be. So it's part of life, and you just have to embrace it. Don't get upset, and maybe because you know what's karma is weird. One day you might need that person. One day that person will get on top, or you might need them for a little favor. So it's always good to just have everybody right there in your circle.
Absolutely. Well, I thank you so much again, Dad. And she's not here right now, but I want to say a special thank you to my mom as well. Thank you so much for your guidance that you've given us. And the family that we had, it's been an honor. So this has been Know Your Role. Love you guys. You guys have a great one.
Yeah, he said that was cute. Cheers, Dad.